Hello everybody, this is Goofsome Fox coming at you with a match here in the Silver Bullet. This is going to be a 650 cost rated match here, and we're going to be on Arctic base for this match here. And this is going to be the buffed Silver Bullet. The Silver Bullet was buffed in the April 2024 unit adjustments, and this is a suit that I've been meaning to cover for a while now. But really just from circumstance, I've not really been able to get many matches with it. Until now, I was able to get some matches with it, start playing it, and really try some of these buffs for myself here. And yeah, we'll get right into that in a bit. But for just some basic info on the Silver Bullets, it is a 650 cost general. It can go up to 700 at level 2. And I mention that because there are going to be some adjustments here that are specific to the level 2 variants, but it's really just going to be more part slots for that one, so really nothing too different from the native version here as we're going to see for the buffs. But yeah, without further ado, we'll jump right into it here. And for the Silver Bullets unit adjustments, we're going to be starting off at the unit features. And we have a pretty good start already with unit HP being increased from 22,000 to 24,000. And that's already, again, a pretty decent start because this is quite a bulky suit. So that is, having a bit more HP is always nice to have. Another reason I think that as well is because the shield on this suit is not an actual shield. That really just houses the Mega Particle Cannon, so always a nice thing to have there. And of course this applies to the upper levels as well. For your rotation speed, it was increased from 66 to 69, so you do have a quicker rotation. And here we get to the level 2 specific changes here. And again, these are all for the part slots. And for the level 2 Silver Bullets, your close range part slots were increased from 19 to 21. Your mid-range part slots were increased from 22 to 23, and the long-range part slots were increased from 11 to 12. So if you do have the 700 cost version of this suit, you do have a few more part slots to work with, which is always a nice thing to have. Really a lot of nice basic things here for unit features. Not too much I really have to say in this area. Really more of what I have to say here is going to be when we get to the weapons here. And we have 3 weapons that did get some changes. The first one is going to be for the main melee weapon, that being the Silver Bullet Beam Saber. And for this, the only thing they changed is that the combo attack compensation was increased. And yeah, I really don't know what you can do to change the Silver Bullet Beam Saber that much, because on this suit here, the Silver Bullet's Beam Saber is a pretty good saber. Mainly because the Silver Bullet itself does have some strong melee going for it. So if you hit somebody with like a raw downswing, you can do some really good damage to them, especially to raids as you are a general type. And yeah, again, just really good melee for this suit. If you are playing this, I do recommend trying to get in those melee swings if you can, which might not be too hard if you pair it with the next weapons that we're going to be covering here. And the first weapon here is going to be a sub-weapon, that being the Wired Hand Saber. That is your lock-on saber that you have. And contrary to the name, it's not a melee weapon, it is actually considered a beam weapon. So if you do hit somebody that is boosting with this, and if they have maneuver armor, you're not going to be able to stun them, unfortunately. I kind of wish that was the thing this suit could do, but, well, maybe someday we'll get it. But for the Wired Hand Saber, this is really the weapon I want to talk about the most, because for this, the reload time was shortened from 11 seconds to 6 seconds. So yeah, pretty drastic shortened reload time there for that weapon, which is really nice, because again, this is a really good weapon to use for this suit. It does give you an instant stun, again with the exception of if the target is boosting, I believe. And you can also pair it with your other weapons as well, which is going to be the next sub-weapon we're going to cover. But first, just looking at the rest of the Wired Hand Saber. They also increased the Wired Hand's flying speed, and it can now be used during high-speed movement. So again, lots of good stuff there. And then you can pair that with your other sub-weapon that got buffed here, that being the Incom Unit ×2 Pincer. those are your incom units on the back of the suit. And what they did for these is that they reduced the time between shooting and attack start. And these are really nice weapons to use with the wired saber, because you can fire them both separately, and they both have pretty quick lock-on times as well. So if you pair those together, like you get the saber to get a stun, and then you already have your incoms attacking an enemy, you can do some pretty good damage. And you compare that with your beam rifle and your regular beam saber once your wired saber returns to again kind of follow up with a stun and do that that really nice melee damage. So pretty much a lot you can do with that type of combo here. And that's everything here for the unit adjustments. Again, lots of good stuff here that I'm seeing for the silver bullets. And I've also been seeing it a lot more as well, so I do believe the buffs did have an effect. Like as I mentioned at the beginning, it really has been quite a while since I've been able to really start looking at these buffs and playing this unit. So the fact that I'm still seeing these silver bullets as much as I am is definitely a good sign. I think in all the matches I've played so far, I've at least seen one other silver bullet. I think they've also all been on my team as well, which is another interesting thing to point out there. But yeah, real quick, we will look at the reference data as well, because it does show here, the reference data always shows why they kind of start buffing these units. And yeah, you can really see it with the silver bullet here. Looking at the 650 cost version, the average win rate for a general at this cost was 49.6. This suit had a 45.3. And at 700 cost, the average win rate was 50.6. This suit had a 44.1. So yeah, looking at that, it's not too surprising to see why this unit got buffed. And as much as I love the silver bullet as well, I can understand that it kind of, I don't want to say like fell off, but it did definitely start lagging behind at some point. Mainly because 650 has been getting a lot of good suits. Even in like close proximity to when the silver bullet released, there was also the Gustav Call, which was really a dominating force at 650 at the time, alongside the Ribaru, which released before this suit. So 650 already had some pretty high bars to meet, and with the release of the Methus as well, not the Methus, I'm thinking of the Mezer. No, I don't believe we have a 650 Methus aside from the Methus Kai. But yeah, the Mezer, that is a really good 650 suit. Oh, we also have the Zeta Type 3 here. I think it's the Zeta A3. I believe that is a 650 as well. So just a lot of really good 650s have been releasing. We have the Psycho Doga right here, which is another good example of just 650 generals that are really good. And real quick, before I just wrap up here, we have timeout to mission over. I'll see how we did here with the buffed silver bullet. And it doesn't look like I got anywhere on the board for this match, but I did beat my rival. And hey, third place overall with 4 kills and 2 losses. Not too bad there. And yeah, that's going to do it for the match there. And really just want to close it off. Yeah, again, just a lot of good generals at 650. You also had the Zeta, double Zeta mass production type. That got the level 2. And I know that was a pretty good suit at 600. And I think at 650 as well, it was also kind of prominent. I really don't see the mass production double Zeta that much as 650. Is not as much as I see it at 600. But it still just kind of stands to the point that there was a lot of good 650 gens. And this suit really just needed a few buffs to try and catch up to the others, at least at its native cost, it seems. And yeah, that's going to do it for this match here. Oh, that's going to do it for this video here. Overall, I think the buffs are really nice. And yeah, comment down below what you think about the buffed silver bullets. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.